Hi, I'm Andrew Edelston. I work at Nvidia and we're here at CES 2013, and this is Project Shield. This is Nvidia's latest Android gaming device. It's, as you can see, it looks like a controller, and it's got full circuitry inside, so it's actually an Android device. And I'll just take you on a little tour of that now. So we have the Shield itself at the front. When we pick it up and hold it, it fits very nicely in the hands. It's been beautifully designed to be comfortable and well balanced. As we look around, we have standard ports on the back, micro HDMI, micro USB slot, and also a micro SD for extra storage, and then finally a headphone jack there. The triggers and shoulder buttons are there, just like you would see on a standard sort of traditional controller. And then when we open it up, on the inside we have D-pad, thumbsticks, XYAB, and a home and back button for Android, as well as a volume control. The button in the middle I'll get to a little bit later, and then there's a start button for your sort of traditional console gaming. The final wonderful thing we've added is these two speakers, and they look very small. But what we actually did was we designed in what's called a bass reflex system. So in addition to the driver you can see here, there's actually a tube that goes down the side, and we then use an air chamber here to give really good bass response. And the sound you get out of the unit is up there with the jam box. So it's not that sort of tinny sound that you might be used to coming out of a mobile phone or a tablet. It's really good quality. When we move up this side, this is a 5-inch 720p touch panel, and you can use this just like normal. So this is a full touch screen with multi-touch. You can pinch zoom, you can scroll web pages, whatever you like. We've also built into the OS now gamepad control, so I can move around and navigate and so on with the actual gamepad, even into widgets like you see here. So we can jump into the menu, can pick a game, we can start Gmail, whatever we like. And this is standard Android, it's Jelly Bean 4.2 at the moment, and we're going to be keeping that nicely maintained with the Google releases. I mentioned before the Shield button, which is right here. So this is an Android device, but it's a gaming device, and we wanted Shield to have two personalities. We wanted it to be able to be used to check your email, or use Play Store, watch movies, stream them to your TV, all the normal things. But then when you hit the Shield button, we wanted it to go into gaming mode. So rather than skin the OS, we actually provide a second application that's specifically targeted to browse your games. So these are all the games that are installed on the system that I've been playing recently. And then if we want to go into one of these, we can just hit A, and we'll actually start the game straight from here. So it's kind of like a Shield-specific launcher. You can think of it like that. So the game we're looking at here is actually called Real Boxing. This was released previously on iOS, but the developers took it and really went to town with Tegra 4. So Tegra 4 provides a whole bunch of new functionality. In addition to more CPU power, it has 4 quad A15 ARM processors, so that lets you do really high resolution physics simulations, particle effects that might actually collide with world objects, advanced AI. So in this game, actually the AI is pretty good. It knows how to dodge and weave and actually grab you if it thinks it's losing. And then on the graphics side, we have a much more powerful GPU. So we now have 72 shader cores or GPU cores, whereas in the Tegra 3 we only had 12. Tegra 3 graphics are still pretty amazing, but now we can do all sorts of wonderful things, like we can put in depth of fields, motion blurs. You'll see when I get hit there, they actually bring in and do a blur effect on the screen to give it a bit more realism. If anyone in your audience has been hit, you may know what that feels like. The other thing, we've added per pixel specular lighting to the boxes, so they get that sheen, and as they go along they get sort of sweaty. And then I think the final thing for this particular game is they added deformation. So as the boxing match goes along, you get more damage. Your face actually shows that damage. And if we hit the shield button again, we jump out of there. And there's another game, Hawken, here. This was recently released for PC. It's an online mech first-person shooter. And we worked with the developer over the holidays to port the game to Android and put in Tegra 4 features. And then, you know, it's amazing to see it running natively on such a small device when it's come straight from a PC. So you can see here, it's a mech combat game. So we have, you know, we have missiles and machine guns. We also have grenades and shield effects as we go along a bit further. And then we actually demoed this on Sunday with our CEO Jensen playing against one of the developers with 2 shields. So this is going to be a fully multiplayer game. Yeah, it's looking really cool, and can't wait to see it actually complete and out on the platform. And again, we can either hit home here or the shield button to jump back to the shield app. Then the final piece of the gaming puzzle is actually the streaming from a PC. So we've got some technology on the PC called GeForce Experience. It looks through your machine and looks at all the games that you've got installed, figures which, you know, support controller, support streaming, and then you can actually play them now on your Shield. So if we click this PC, it's actually connecting to a PC that's across the room here. You can imagine, similarly, it would be, you know, you might have your gaming PC like I do. I have it in a separate room, but you know, I'm sitting on the couch with my wife, and you know, I want to play my game while she's watching some TV. I can do that now. I can just click, connect to my PC, browse through the games I have installed. So we might play Assassin's Creed, for instance. So what's happening now is the actual game is launching on the PC, and if the Wi-Fi lets us, yes, it has. So now what we're actually seeing is a video stream from the PC. So we're going to get full, you know, GTX 680 level graphics pushed across to our device, and we can play it. The lag is almost imperceptible. We've worked very hard to make sure that the latency between when the final frame is rendered on the PC, it's then pushed through a high-speed video encoder and sent across the wire, or indeed across wireless, to the device. And then on this side, the Tegra has a high-speed video decoder, and we do the opposite. We decode the frame and put it to the screen as quickly as we can. So if we press start, and yeah, so you have full control of the character. We've got a save game here, and as you'll see in a sec, it's you know, it's amazingly fast. The graphics are super detailed, just like you would see on your PC. And indeed, some of the games actually look better because the screen is so crisp, and the graphics just look absolutely amazing. So as you can see, it's really nice and fast, and I play just like I would on my PC. But I can do it now from my lounge room, from my bedroom, anywhere around the house. So the Shield does a number of things locally. You can also, as I mentioned previously, there's an HDMI port, and you can now output that to a big screen TV. So we have like a nice big TV up here, like you would in your lounge room, and you know, we can jump in, we can play a game, and it's all streamed in real time up to the television.